Good morning, grade 12s. Today we are going to carry on in Excel. We are going to be working with text functions. We started yesterday with mid, left, mid, and right. And today we are going to look at concatenate. Okay, so let us see. What is concatenate? Concatenate is basically a really fancy word for saying combining or plus. So the concatenate function allows the user to combine text data that is located in different cells into a single cell. An example is when looking at a spreadsheet that contains names in one cell and surnames in another cell. Now, you may have seen this before, and then you have to display the name and the surname together, but then you have to cut and paste. Now, I'm going to teach you how to do that without cut and paste by adding a formula. So let me just get our pointer out. Using the concatenate function, you can combine the names and surnames in order to display both in a single cell. This is really a useful function, something that I often do, especially when I'm dealing with class lists and I would like to have your names and surnames together. This can save the user time and effort, as it allows him or her to work with one set of data instead of two. Okay. So let us take a look at how this function works. The concatenate function consists of the following. There are 4 parts to your function. The first part, the equals, is an indication that you're using a function. I'm just going to pause here. Okay, so I'm going to carry on. As soon as you can, try and log into this lesson. Okay, so I'm just going to recap there. So the equals would indicate that I am working with a function. The next part, the function name, concatenate. Okay, so the next part after the equals is the actual function name. Then the first part inside your parenthesis, that is the cell that contains the first piece of data that you want to combine. Okay, so if I want my name and my surname field, so the first one would be the name, and the second one, for example, the surname. Okay, then the second part is the cell that contains the second piece of data, so A2. Take note that concatenate function joins the data exactly as is. So now the problem is, it is going to join your name and your surname together as one. So what do I need? I need to add a space. So thus, the formula concatenate V2, A2 will combine the data located in these two cells without a space. If you want to insert the space, I'm going to have to add another argument, okay? So what I will then rewrite my function as equals concatenate B2, and then in double quotes, I'm going to put, open my quotation, space, another quote, and then select my second cell. The new argument consists of 2 double quotes with a space between them to indicate the space should be inserted between the cells. Welcome, Lifa. Okay. I'm going to carry on with the lesson. You will just need to catch up or read the PowerPoint afterwards. Okay, so let us take a look at the guided activity. I have added the Excel data for you to the Google Classroom, so you will be able to open it there. the one that we're going to work on now is G Act 5.4 Concatenate. So please open that one for me. Let me just find it. It is sitting over here, and that's going to open quick. Okay. Okay, so there is my there's my PowerPoint. Okay, what it says here, in C2, I'm going to see if I can actually bring it up so it is a bit smaller here and I'll be able to see. Okay, so there we go. In cell C2, over here, start the text function as normal. I'm going to type equals concatenate. Okay, and point 2, add the position of the cell that contains the first piece of data. So the first piece of data, as you can see here, column A is the last name, column B is the first name. So watch out for that in your exam because you will need to have the order correct. So you will get marks for having the correct data, but not for the order. Okay, so we first want B2, then I want to add a space, and then I'm going to click on A2. Okay, and well, let's see what it jumped out. Sorry, let's quickly fix that. Okay, and then I'm going to add the next part is going to be Carter. There we go, A2, and I run my concatenate. And there we go, is a very simple way that you have just concatenated your first function. Okay, so I'm going to work through that one again to show you how we did it. So we say equals concatenate, sorry, not plus, equals concatenate. I'm going to select my first cell. I'm going to then add in a space. Select my second cell, close my parenthesis, and equals. And all I have to do is drag it down. Okay, remember to resize so that your data displays clearly. Okay, so that was very, very easy. Okay, let's take a look at the next activity. Okay. You can also add some text between the first and second piece of data by typing the text between the double quotes instead of using a space. For example, if I wanted to add a comma, so name, comma, surname, then I would write, let's open it, the spreadsheet up again. I'm going to delete this. Okay, equals concatenate. And I will select my first name, put my quotations, but instead of having a blank space, this time I'm just going to add a comma, close my quotations, add my second cell, and close it. And now you will see, let's see if I can make it bigger. There we go. I will have Amanda, comma, Carter. Okay, so let's try that one again. So over here, equals concatenate. And I'm going to have the first name, add in my quotation so I can add my comma, select your second cell. Let's just make it so that we can see, and enter. And then simply all you need to do is drag the formula down. That is usually worth about 1 mark. Okay. So as you can see, very, very easy. Okay. Now we're going to look at concatenate and the AND operator. So The concatenate function is not the only way to join two pieces of data. Now, to type out the word concatenate, those are a lot of letters, which means time in the exam. So this can also be done by using the ampersand. That is that funny little and sign that we use. Okay, it's called an ampersand. So for example, I can write equals B2 and my quotations for my space and cell 2 can be used. So let us try this out. Let's make this a bit bigger. So I'm going to write equals, select my cell, use my ampersand. To get your ampersand, you're going to use Shift and the number 7 on your keyboard. Okay. My two quotes, again, ampersand, and I'm going to select my other cell. And I'm going to press equals. Did you see I didn't even need to put any brackets? Okay, I could just straight type in equals B2 and ampersand space ampersand A2. Okay, let's do it again. Equals B2 ampersand space ampersand and my second cell. And there we go. And then we just drag it down again. Okay. So note that we make use of double quotes to add a space between two pieces of information. Okay. Let's carry on. Now we are going to look at the spreadsheet names. Let me quickly find that one. It looks like it's still in my, I hadn't added that one. I'm going to pause the recording quickly and share my screen. Okay, so you can find the data, this activity Act 5.3 names on Google Classroom if you update your web page. And let us open it up. And let me just get to my downloads. Where is it sitting? Sorry guys, it is not sitting where it should. Wait, there we go. There's my names. Okay, let's resize it. Okay, here is our activity. So here in this activity says, change the heading in cell D1, okay, this is our heading, to updated customer code. Okay, so we are going to first type in updated customer code. That was step 1. Use a function to generate an update customer code for each client. The code must consist of, now we're going to see if you guys can remember how to do this. The middle 2 digits of each name and the first 2 letters of the surname. Okay, so we are looking for the middle digits of the first name and the first 2 letters of the surname, as well as 3 digits of the client's cell phone number. Sure, okay. So let's just see what activity this is. It is 5.3. Let me get to that. Page 129. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the correct activity here on the out of the textbook. Here we go, advanced functions. We are on activity 5.3. Okay, while I'm busy doing, I'd like you to try that. I'm going to activate the chat function to see if you can give me the answer so long. There's the, please enter, sorry, it's not typing. Please enter your answer here. Okay, so let us see what is going on here. Just need to get to the correct activity. Okay, so change the heading to cell D1. Okay, the code must consist of the middle 2 digits and the first 2 letters. Have they given us the answer here? Okay, let's see if we can remember it. You are going to say the middle 2 digits was, okay, I'm going to give you this activity to complete, sorry. And I will follow up next week to see if you got it correct. I don't want to now waste time on the video. Okay, so let's carry on. We're going to go to the next slide. Okay, len. Now, len is a new function. Len is used also in programming language. Len function allows the user to determine the length, which is the number of characters. If I will say to you, how many letters or how many characters are there in your name? You are going to use the len function. Okay, so the length is the number of characters of a text string contained within the selected cell. The function can also be used to determine the length of numbers, but will not take the formatting into consideration. So it's not going to worry about any special formatting. It's purely going to count how many characters there are. So let's say, for example, if you have formatted the cell to display a currency such as 50 Rand, the len function will not count the R for the Rand as part of your string, and thus indicate the cell contains 2 characters. So let's take a look at how we write this function. Equals tells me that it is a function. Len is the name of my function, and then the next parameter here is the cell contains a text that you want to determine the length of. So this could be first name, second name, or whichever field you have chosen. Okay, so here we have guided activity. Open the file saved with guided activity 5.4. Start the text function as normal, equals length. So let's see where our activity was, 5.4. Okay. And I'm going to add a new cell here called length. Okay. So I'm going to type in equals len. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the cell I'd like to find out. So I'm going to click on B2. And I close my parenthesis. So let us check. Does the name Amanda have 6 characters? A, M, A, N, D, A. Yes, it has 6 characters. Okay, let's try it with the next one. Equals len. I select my cell. Whoops. Do you see what happened there? It has given me an error because I have missed my parenthesis, my brackets. Equals. Select my cell, close my parenthesis, and the word Annie, A-N-N-I-E, has 5 characters. Okay, wonderful. So len, Very, very easy. It's possibly easier in Excel than in any of the programming languages. Okay. The next function we are going to look at is the function value. The value function allows the user to convert a text string into a numerical value. However, this is only possible if the text string has the ability to be converted to a number. So therefore, it must be a recognized format. So for example, the text string hello, okay, does not have the ability to be converted to a numerical value and will thus give me an error. On the other hand, if I had a text string that said 20%, does have the ability to be converted, because a string, now this is something that sometimes the IT students also struggle with. A string can be classified as a letter, number, or character. It's not just letters, because quite often students will think strings are letters and integers are numbers. Integers are numbers that we do calculations with. But if I'm just displaying a number, it is a string. Okay, so let's look here again. The text string 20% does have the ability to be converted to a numerical value and will give an answer of 0.2 if I convert it. Let's see some other examples of text that can be converted. Numbers, for example, 1,000 Rand. Okay, so it is going to drop the currency R and just give me the result of 1,000. The value function consists of the following. So to write it, I'm going to write equals value B2, and indication that you are using a function. Okay, so the equals tells me it's a function. The function name is value. Okay, the part in the cell is the part that I would like to change. Okay, this can be a cell containing the text or normal text string contained within double quotes. So for it to be able to recognize that it is a string, you have to place it in double quotes. Okay, so let's take a look here. So we are going to open a blank spreadsheet. So I'm going to File, New. And I'm going to have let's just get my spreadsheet back up here. Open a blank spreadsheet and type the following in cell B2. Start the text function as normal. Okay, so let's see here. Let me put it on this side. I'm going to have two cells here. We can write 20%, 2018/1111. Hopefully it's not going to change it already. 1:25 p.m. Just change these one down, and R 1000. Okay, so this one is my text string. I see my camera's bouncing about a bit. I will try and keep it still. Here I'm going to have my numerical value. Okay, so how are we going to do this? We're going to say equals value. It's even the first one. I'm going to select my cell. I'll close it, and there we go. Okay, it converted it to a decimal for me. Let's try the next one. Equals value. Select the cell, close your parenthesis, and what it's done here, now you're going to say, but why has it made it that funny number? Now back to, I'm not exactly sure how far back, but we're talking a couple hundred years ago. From the 1st of January, every single number, every date that we have is allocated number. So this date, 2018-11/03, is the 43,407th day since they started calculating. If you would like, I will try today's date, 2020/04/24, and it will change 43,945. Okay, let's try this one. Let's see if it can change a time value. Select my cell. We'll have to check what's the problem there. Let's try this one. Equals value. And there we go. Okay. What could have happened here is, depending on how we write, if my computer is set to a different country, if it's set to the US or to South Africa. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Okay. So add this text string or cell containing the text string that you would want to convert to a numerical value, value A2 or equals value, and use it in quotes in the function by closing all parentheses. So I could either have typed it out or I can click the cell. So my suggestion to you is rather don't type it out. Okay, I would say rather select the cell, because if your data changes, this answer is going to be incorrect. Okay, so rather stick to the cell where the information is, because if the information does change, it is still going to give the correct answer. Okay, so let's carry on. All of the values in column A of the above image have been captured as text. So we did over there, okay? The same effect can be obtained by using the value formula as shown in the next image. Okay, so here, now direct text conversion. The first one we used the cell, the second one, you are actually typing out the text. So to show you how that works, direct text. Let's just place it into a table so it's easier to follow. Okay, so here I'm going to type equals value, and in here I'm going to type 20%. There we go. You see? And over here equals value, and I'm going to type in the answer. Okay, there we have something a little different. So let us see. Let me just go back to the value that they had. Make it 2018/11/03. And this one is 2018/11/03. Okay, so there, I think I have changed it's picked up a format there. Let's see if I said number. No, it's throwing it out. So if you experience something like that, you'll just, what I suggest is you delete it, and you would say right click, and let's see where it is. Okay, you can just actually delete it. In the past, if what would happen is the function would stay in the cell, but it would delete the data. So you can just delete it and clear it. Okay, let's carry on. Okay, so that was the end of that lesson. Thank you for everyone that joined. I will be posting the work for you afterwards. Please ensure that you finish all your work for this. So HTML needs to be finished by Monday, and the activities that I am loading for the text functions in SQL. Okay, so I'm going to pause there. Okay. So have a wonderful weekend. I would like you all to get some rest. Make sure that come next week you're ready to work. You have done all your revisions so that we may carry on. Have a wonderful weekend. See you same time, same place next week. Bye-bye.